Yeah, hi, I'm Paul, that's paularch.com. Here's a secret to you for successful sales management, and it allows me to go back in time really to when I was a salesman for the Prudential in 1991. This was, God, a long time ago. And I had a manager there called Dave, his name was Dave Littlewood. Great manager, very much old school though, but some of the techniques he used are really clever. And one particular thing he would do is each month he would have a one-to-one with you. It was his appraisal. And he'd bring you into his office, and he would look at you, and he wore his glasses at the end of his nose like that. They were like readers. And he had a pile of paperwork on his head, and he'd sit there. He said, "Hello, Paul," because he was from London. He said, "Hello, Paul. Take a pew, mate. Let's talk about your month." I can't do the accent anymore, and I'm not going to. And I'd sit down. Now, I was pretty successful there. I did okay actually most of the time. So most of the time it was congratulations. And what he would then do is say, "Well done, mate. So how's it all been going then this week? How's it all been going the last couple of weeks?" And then he'd give you a second or two to respond. And then he said, "Don't tell me." He said, "I've got it all written down here." And he had all the facts, all the stats, the KPIs, the data that you ever needed. He didn't have a fancy CRM system. He just had it on paper. And sometimes I do wonder why we get so fetish by CRM systems, the latest, greatest, Salesforce, all those things. At the end of the day, they're just records of numbers. They just give the sales manager the ability to manage the numbers. And I think we just need to pick a system that works for you and just use that one time and time again. That's really the key to the whole thing. Anyway, he'd then say to you, "Look, Paul, you've done really well done. Over there's a bottle of shampoo. Go take that home and you and your bird can have it on me." He was never very politically correct, was Dave. Now the point was though that he had a system, and if your numbers weren't good, if your numbers were down that month, then he would go to stage 2, which was to ask you what you're going to do. What's your plan to get over this? What's your plan to get around this problem? And if you had a plan, he would listen to it, and he might add a few ideas or maybe suggest you do this or compliment your plan, and then he'd pack you off to do the plan. And then obviously the following month he'd come back and do the same thing. Now if you didn't have a plan, that's when Dave went to stage 3. And what Dave then did is he started to manage the numbers. Not the outputs, like the number of sales and that kind of stuff, but the inputs. He would then manage the amount of activity that you're doing. He would manage the amount of workload, how many appointments you made, how many calls you made, how long were your meetings, how many fact finds did you, or whatever it was that he measured, activity. And he would run those numbers and he would demand that you achieve those numbers. Because if, of course, you were doing the right thing, if you were doing the right job, if the numbers were coming in, then you would get the results. Naturally, there'd be training if necessary, and the following month you would then see your numbers or your outputs, if you like, and then measure accordingly.